Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kathy Hand and Brandy. Hello, hello, Deirdre. Glad you're here with us this morning. How you doing, sweetie? And love the birds. Me too, Deirdre. I love these sweet birds on here. Brookie, good morning. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. So it's time to celebrate some yays and go into some gratitude. Hello, Julie Kiss. So let's do that. Let's go into our hearts right now and go capture one of those yays in your heart. Make it a special morning to just celebrate life. You know, we've lived through some hectic experiences lately, and I'm just so happy to be here and to have all of you in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad that you're doing good, Deirdre. Thank you for coming on with us. So let's go into our hearts and breathe in love, and breathe out love. Breathe in joy. Just listen to those sounds. Listen to the birds. They have a song to sing and a story to tell. So listen to their story. They may be calling out to their mate. They may be calling to others to come join in. Do that in your heart. Call into the family and have them come in. Let's call in some of the ones that haven't joined in yet, like our pair of Jeans and Linda. Call in somebody that you want to be here and just release anything that doesn't need to be there in your life. What is it you want to let go of today so your energy can be higher? And relax that out. Oh, thank you all so much for coming in. Well, thank you, Julie Kiss. Yes, I'm working on it really hard, trying to take care of myself and be a better person as I go through this world and just really take care of me. I mean, if I don't take care of me, who's gonna, right? It's up to me to do that and to behave when I know not to do something and to do what I know to do. So thank you for your words. I appreciate it. All right, so it's Friday. I have so many yays. We had that hurricane that came through here, and we're just so happy that we had no damage where I'm at here with Michelle Landers. She'll join us in a little bit, and just thrilled, really, that nothing happened here. I haven't been able to watch any news this morning. I know there was some flooding that happened over on the West Coast, but it came through here with ease and grace, and so happy that Michelle and I are safe. And as far as I know, others that were here in Florida, I haven't heard from Linda, but last I talked to her, they were doing okay yesterday. So very happy about that. So that's one of my yays. I have so many. We did a workshop during the month of September, Michelle and I did, and we ended that last night with a bang. We had so many just beautiful, beautiful comments and sharing of love together and just seeing each other and sharing of ourselves. It's such a beautiful thing when the family comes together. Oh, thank you, Julie. And Catherine Kovacs, good morning to you. You are safe from the hurricane and you have electricity. Yeah, that was a big deal because the last report I heard before I went to sleep was over 1 million people without power in Florida. That's a lot. And I was listening to one power company that they were getting power restored as quickly as they could. And I know they were ready and prepared to go out into areas where they needed to. Good morning, Sally and Tony. And I just was on Facebook and I saw it was Tony's birthday yesterday. I didn't know that. And I know she came on to say hello to us, but I didn't know it was her birthday. So let's all wish her a belated birthday if you weren't able to do that on Facebook yesterday. We're just so happy that Sally and Tony are a big part of this family. Oh my goodness, Don, good morning. Good morning, Don. I didn't get blown away by the hurricane, so I know you'll be happy to hear that news. And Don says, good morning, blessings to everyone. Love you, Teri. Grateful for you and your support. We love and support in return. Thank you, my friend. So happy that you're here. And I know we need a catch up call and see what's happening up there in Canada. Hope Wellington Marshall, good morning. And Sally says, no, it's but her birthday. Okay. Well, I saw on Facebook that it was a day ago, so I guess that it was misinformation. So exactly when is Tony's birthday? Help us, Sally, so we can know how to celebrate this. And Julie says, my Florida house looks good. Thank you, God. Do not have homeowners insurance any longer. Way too expensive. Oh, let me tell you, there's a lot of new things with homes here in Florida, homes and condos that I don't know how people are doing it. It's crazy what's happening. March 30th. Well, what in the world was Facebook doing then? Well, we'll just have another birthday for her. Tell her we'll have a family birthday, and we decided it was yesterday. Anyway, if anybody else is having birthdays or anniversaries or anything you're celebrating, just let us know. We like to celebrate on here, and whether it's your birthday or not, we're going to celebrate life, right? Kathy, you have a friend in Georgia, South Carolina border, no power and very windy. I'm sorry to hear that, Kathy. I know I couldn't get news this morning, so I don't know exactly what's going on with it. I know it was headed toward Tennessee, North Carolina, and areas over there where it could potentially do some damage with wind and rain and knocking power out. Deirdre, Facebook gives me 2 birthdays every year. Well, I think we should just celebrate every day as a birthday, right? We wake up and we're alive and it's a new day. And that's what I'll go with. I'll go with happy, happy, joy, joy every day. And just so thrilled for each day that I do wake up. And I take that breath and I say, thank you, God, that I have another opportunity to be alive on this planet. Thank you for everything good that can come my way on this day. Oh, you're so welcome, Tony. We'll celebrate you every day. I have no problem with that. And Kathy says Marley is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's under tropical storm warning and flash flooding. I think there was a lot of flooding over in the Tampa area. I did see some video and pictures of that. So let's really pray for the after the storm effect and all that are dealing with that. Good morning, Charlie. Thank you for being here. Okay, so do we want to do story time this morning? You know, this class I mentioned that we just finished, it was a manifesting class. And we talked about dreams and bringing our dreams into reality, seeing them in front of us. So the message from the angels last night was dream, imagine, receive. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. That's a quote from Henry David Thoreau. This beautiful phrase invites you to step into your power, trusting in the divine flow that always leads you where you're meant to be. Dreams are not fleeting whims. They are the seeds planted in your heart by a loving universe, filled with angels guiding your every step. When we dream, we are in partnership with the divine, co-creating a life that reflects the brilliance of our spirit. Yet how often do we hold back, paralyzed by fear or uncertainty, unsure if we are worthy or capable? Dear angels, how do we go confidently when the road ahead seems uncertain? How do we trust that we are on the divine path, that the life we imagine is not only possible, it's already unfolding. Dear ones, you are more than worthy. You were created to dream big, to shine, to expand. We are here to remind you that when you align with your heart's desires, you are aligning with the divine purpose you are born to fulfill. The dreams that stir your soul are not random. They are the roadmap to your highest expression of self. The path to your dreams is rarely straight. It winds and curves, taking you through challenges designed to strengthen your faith. Remember, every step you take is divinely guided. Release the fear. Fear is simply an illusion. It is a trick of the mind designed to keep you small. But the truth is, your spirit is limitless, and when you embrace your dreams, you transcend fear. Call upon your angels to help dissolve any doubt, and they will wrap you in their wings, lifting you higher into your purpose. So, dear ones, what dream is calling to you today? What vision stirs your heart? Take a moment to breathe deeply and feel the strength and the energy of that dream. Envision it unfolding, each step guided by the light of guides. You are ready. You're capable. You are enough. Dear angels, today I promise to dream more confidently and fall back on trust. And that really is the key, to trust that that dream that's been instilled in our heart and our mind is there for a purpose. There are no coincidences. If something comes to our understanding and our thoughts, it's supposed to be there. It's no accident. It didn't just pop up. It's because there's a divine plan. And if we feel into that divine plan and just ask, what is that all about? What's it all about, Alfie? Remember that song? We ask the question, and we ask it in a way that will help it to unfold for us, the certainty of it, that it's supposed to be there. And yes, we can have our dreams. We can realize those things that we want. And, those that were in the class, I know that there's a renewed hope in realizing what it is you want to manifest. So I'm just thrilled that we did this, and we're moving forward, and we will continue to work on manifesting our dreams. So I pulled out a Kuan Yin card, and I think that our Michelle Landers,
Yes,
my partner in crime, is going to join us. So she's getting her coffee, and let's see who else came in. Leo came in. Good morning, Leo. And Annie 7, it's good to see you. And yes, Annie, I survived yet another hurricane.
Yay.
I tell you, I'm just going to change my name to Hurricane Survivor. They seem to follow me wherever I go.
They
Good
do.
morning, Michelle.
So maybe you're good morning. You're a hurricane attractor.
Oh.
That's an energy, though. That's powerful.
It is.
We want
Yeah.
Teri's energy. That's
I can be the hurricane whisperer.
hurricane whisperer. Yeah, that's funny.
Isn't it good to see Michelle this morning?
Oh, it's good to see everyone.
We love to be together.
Yes.
And we're so happy to be on here with you all this morning. And Deirdre says, there's that trust message again. You guys, that's what it's all about. It really is. When we can fall back on trust, we've got it. We get it when we understand that each lesson that's brought to us is just more of that confirmation that we can trust, right? And we used to cuss that word. We're like, no, trust, let's get that away from us. But go into it. Go into the energy of trust.
Good morning, dear Teri. How are you feeling?
Kathy says, I like to think that even the day we transition from this life should be a birthday celebration.
Oh,
What a
yeah.
great idea. And it really is.
Celebration of
Yeah.
life. Well,
Because
yes, yes,
energy
yes.
doesn't die, you guys. Energy just transforms and goes to a different form than what it was in. So, yeah,
Oh,
when we're not here, we're still going to be here.
so Kathleen says, thank you, Teri and Michelle, for the great class. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, it was wonderful. It really was such an amazing
Oh,
experience. It feels
mm.
surreal that it actually
Oh,
happened
my.
and it's over. And Michelle and I were emotional.
Very
I know.
emo.
I didn't want
What
to
was
turn.
that all
I
about?
didn't want to turn
Yeah.
off the Zoom. I'm like, no, I don't want
Oh,
to say
no.
goodbye to everyone.
Oh, good morning, Lillian.
Oh, Lily's here from Norway. Awesome.
Wow. Wow. What time
Awesome.
is it in Norway? Is it Norway? Are you
Um,
in Norway? What
yeah,
time is it?
she is in Norway. Kathy says, maybe then it would take the fear of dying and all its sorrow away. It does. Sally, fear is false evidence appearing real.
Right.
Definitely. And don't run from the fear or deny it. This is one thing we've realized is, if we bury our heads, then we get more fearful. But if we say, I
Mm-hmm.
see you for what you really are and what you're trying to do,
Right.
because fear is used a lot of times to manipulate us, to cause us to go into an energy that's not good. So if we see it for what it is, we can call it out. We can say, nope, I'm not going to listen to your lies. I'm going to stay strong in my belief and in my power. Oh, Brandy, I'm sorry you have to go, honey.
Oh,
Let's pray for your sweet one that's not doing so well this morning. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. And Brookie says it's so interesting how much fear can get in our way of truly blossoming into our fullest self. And what is it that makes us so afraid?
mm.
Yeah. You know what I like to do? Because we can't get totally away from it. It's going to pop up in life because we get sometimes afraid of the unknown,
Yeah.
afraid of things that could happen, right? If we start looking at life that way. What I like to do is stay in the moment and just ask myself questions. So this is for anybody that if you have a fear of anything, just say, am I safe in this moment? Am I okay? I'm still here, right? I'm not hurting. Hopefully, you're not when you ask this question. Um, am I afraid for my life? Why? What's going to happen? And just go into that energy of in this moment, right now, right here, I'm okay. Right? How does that feel? Michelle,
Right.
how does that feel when you do that, when you take that breath in?
Absolutely. It feels freeing. That's
It
what I
is,
get.
isn't it?
It
Yeah,
just feels a release when you can. But do you think that analogy of when you're born, what I was talking about last night, is a good analogy to tell maybe about going through the tunnel?
sure. Go for
Okay.
it.
So this is the way I think about death. And, some people are able, like Teri, and some other people are able to reach over, to reach through that veil, which, by the way, it's Samhain coming up, which is Halloween. And what we understand is Halloween, that's coming up on the 31st. And supposedly that is one of the times, right, when there's the thinnest veil.
Mhm.
But what I have been thinking about is I know when we're born, we're in this safe little cocoon. We're very happy. We're being fed 3 meals a day, right? It's warm, it's comfortable. And if you've got a mother that sings to you, I mean, it's beautiful, right?
Mhm.
Who would want to leave that? And then what happens? One day, it's like, no, you have to go. I love you, but you have to go. And we go through a dark tunnel into the light. And we're crying because it's so new, right? But it's a new experience, and then we have all these loving people around us. So we went from one experience to another experience. Well, for the most part, whenever I have heard accounts of near death experiences, people pretty much universally say, I went through a tunnel, and many times I say a dark tunnel, and then I came into the light. So for me, that was like, wow, that makes so much sense.
It does.
Transitioning from one life to another. That baby, nobody went in there and said, oh, by the way, let me have a conversation with you up close and tell you what's going to happen. You're going to be fine. And sometimes in this life, we actually, after we're born, we actually do get some communication if we're open. So I think that is really a good analogy of, or an explanation of what happens. And I'm going to stick with that because it feels good.
Right. Go to the light.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And when we can look at it that way, that just releases the fear. It's like we all know we're going to go through that,
Yeah.
right? Nobody comes out of this thing alive, but what's our energy going into it? And can we go into it with just welcoming that experience, knowing that it's going to be different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's going to be
And
different.
we're physically leaving people behind that we care about, but not leaving them totally. So, yeah, I love that perspective. Thank you for that, Michelle.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
And Deirdre's a little sore where the needle went into her eye, but she's really good.
Yeah,
Yay.
good. That's a
Yay.
blessing.
Good morning, Jim. Oh,
good morning,
Jim, thank you for
Jim.
the email the other day. I'm so glad to hear from you. Jim's going to be one of the presenters at our get-together in October, which is getting closer and closer, and I'm getting more and more excited about gathering together with you all. So, yes, the most wonderful Friday that we can have. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, today's Friday. I didn't even realize.
Yes, so share some of your yays. Yay Blue is here.
Yay!
And Auntie Jean, lazy bones. That's all right.
Not good in time zones. Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're
okay,
replying.
so
You don't know
that-
what
yeah,
time.
that's okay.
Well,
That's all right.
but what time is it there? How about that?
There you
I'm
go.
just curious.
Exactly. Yeah, so I have to tell on myself this morning. Y'all know that when I travel, I get confused. I don't know what time it is. And so there's places where I have to be up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So this morning, I woke up. I know I set an alarm, but I didn't hear it, obviously. So I wake up and I look at my watch, and it's 7:30, right? And I'm going, darn it, I'm late for Cuppa. I'm a half an hour late. I'm like rushing around. Let me go wash my face. Let me wake up. Let me go at least make a cup of coffee, and then I'll get on for a little bit and say hello to everybody. And so then eventually a brain cell kicked in, and I'm going, Teri, you're in Eastern time zone.
You're right.
So, yeah, so I had a moment of panic because I thought I had overslept and I'd missed half of Cuppa.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
So,
but I finally settled down. So, yeah, I was able to be here on time for you guys.
so Lillian says it's 2:30 in the day. Okay.
2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I just didn't know. Was it midnight
So
or
that's
1
8,
o'clock
9,
or
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3.
So
So
that's
you're
it.
7 hours ahead of
yeah,
us.
that's a respectable time.
Yeah.
2:30.
Yeah. Leo says, it's true. In Graceland, they come together every year on Elvis's death anniversary to celebrate him. They do a candlelight vigil, and it's beautiful. When I went there, you can feel Elvis's energy has been kept alive.
Wow.
You feel him everywhere. It was quite overwhelming. I've never been. Michelle, I've always wanted to go to
Well,
Graceland.
we should go. I've never been either.
I'm
and
a
I've
huge
always
Elvis
wanted.
fan. growing up in Kentucky, of
I
course,
bet.
we claimed him as ours.
Yeah.
And I would love to just experience that. I know you went there, Leo. I remember when that happened and you shared with us. And yeah, I think his energy's been kept alive everywhere. We all feel him, even though he's been gone for how many years now?
No,
Like a
he's not
long
really
time.
dead.
He's still he's
That's
still
what
in
they
the
say.
building.
He's right.
No matter where we
Oh,
are, Elvis is still in the building.
right, right.
And I was watching a documentary about him, and I can't remember who said it, but somebody actually did say those words. Elvis has left the building when he was out at the door of whatever event he
Yes,
was doing,
yeah,
whatever concert.
yeah.
And so it was like I always heard that Elvis has left the building, and I didn't know like how that came to be, but it was like I guess a
Oh,
security guard or somebody that let everybody know,
oh.
okay, he's no longer here in the building with us. So
And that became iconic, a
it
phrase.
did. Elvis has
Wow.
left the building. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always interesting. I always find it interesting to research phrases, and it's so interesting where some of them have come from,
Mm-hmm.
and rituals. That's the
Oh
other thing. I
yes.
mean, it's so
Yeah.
incredibly interesting to see how it originated
Mm-hmm.
and how we do things just automatically without thinking. And
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so what time is it? Can I tell another short story?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And then you can read Kuan Yin for
I
us.
will. I will. So many of you might have heard this. It's a very short story. So a woman is making dinner with her mom, and she noticed that her mom cut off the edge of this roast before she put it in a pan. So could obviously it was big roast with maybe whatever. So she said, "Mom, why do you cut off the end of the roast like that?" And she said, "Gosh, I never thought about it, but my mom always did it like that. So it may be some piece." And so she said, "Huh, that's really interesting. We should ask grandma." And so they asked grandma, and grandma said, "Oh, well, that's how my mom did it. She always cut the end off in the roast before she put it in the pan." And so they said, thankfully, great grandma was alive at 101.
Wow.
And they go to talk to great grandma, and they said, "Oh, great grandma, why did you cut part of the roast off before you put it in the pan? You always did that." And she said, "Because the pan was too small." So I think that is great. How many things do we do without
And
knowing the
not know.
origin
Mm-hmm.
of it?
Right.
It's
Right. And
such a great
I
story.
love that story, and it really helps us to look at our belief system too. Why
Yes.
am I believing this?
Hmm.
And if you ask people, sometimes you get that. You get, well, that's the way it always was. It's the way it's always been done. We were
Right.
just told that's the way it is,
Right.
right?
Right.
I mean, think about that. And that's why I always encourage people look at your belief system, look at your concepts about things, and just ask, does that work for me?
Hmm.
Do I believe that? And just question. I I really always go back to that fifth agreement from Don Miguel Ruiz.
Oh,
Be
yes.
skeptical but open-minded. Question everything. Just ask the question, why do I believe that way? What's the origin of that belief system that I was taught? Because we are taught our belief system. It's not something that we arrive here with and say, oh, this is my belief. We arrive in this world, my thought, my what I've been taught,
Hmm.
we arrive with just full unconditional love and openness with everybody, just loving. We're not born hating anybody or
Oh,
anything.
gosh, no.
We're
Oh,
not born with a belief that the world is hostile or angry. We come into this world like Michelle was explaining. We come through that tunnel into a light, and everything is light. So question where that belief came from that we were
mm,
taught. Where did that concept come from that the world has to be hard? that to have anything in this world, we have to work our butts off for it.
Oh gosh, that was a belief my dad told me. You've got to work hard for money. And for a
Yeah.
long time, that's exactly what I lived my life by.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I was a workaholic, I couldn't be successful.
Yeah.
And, you know, but so
Yeah.
many of our beliefs are like hardwired by the time we're 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So it's hard to dislodge some of them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just go to the origin of it. See where that came from. And Julie said she had so much fear with an EMG test in her arm yesterday, but it was not nearly as bad as the fear. Great point, Julie.
Wow. Yeah.
When we build ourselves up to be afraid of something, and then we go through that fire, and then we're
Oh.
like, oh, I made it. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. We envision it as a lot harder sometimes
Mhm.
than what the actual truth is of going through that. So thank
100%
you.
agree.
And Annie, thankful for
Oh,
this beautiful day. All right, Michelle's going to tell us what Kuan Yin has to
Kuan
say about all of
Yin.
this.
I love Kuan
I
Yin.
do too.
Okay, it's the quickening. The fast track with the Divine Mother moves us rapidly through life's challenges. The road can get a bit bumpy when traveling at her accelerated pace, nor will you often feel that you are in control of the navigation. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the experience when you are to be moved rapidly with divine help. Best to just hold on to her and trust you'll get to where you need to be. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And
I
isn't that the
love that word.
trust?
Trust. It's a
Trust
beautiful
in the
thing.
process.
Yeah. We say, oh my gosh, I got to trust, and, say it with that disdain sometimes. I don't want to trust. I want to just, be able to be okay. Well, be okay then. Be okay.
Uh,
And not go into that fear of what might be. Fear, it comes from two places.
mm,
It comes from always living in the past, what has been, what's hurt us, the experiences we've been through. I don't want to go through that again, right? So we're
right.
fearful about that showing up for us in our life, or we're projecting what might happen, and
Mm-hmm.
we have no idea what might happen. We don't know that we will even have tomorrow if we're fearful about what will happen tomorrow. All we
Right.
know is this moment that we're in.
Yeah, fear is for me is either not getting what you want. Well, I'm not going to get that. I'm so afraid that's not going to happen. Or afraid that something is going to happen that you don't
Mm-hmm.
want. And yeah, and that's all ego, because I
It
have
is.
ego
Yeah.
talking over here and I have spirit talking over here. And they kind of, the other names for them are Scorpio and Capricorn. Now, not really for any of that. I don't want to give Scorpio a bad name because she
Right.
can be really good when it comes to passion. But, Scorpio can be a little bit egotistical and say, no, that's not going to work, or you shouldn't do that, or what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And Spirit goes, calm down, everybody. Just
Right.
listen, get
Yeah.
quiet, go to your center, have
Mm-hmm.
peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Fall back into spirit. That's the trust.
Oh. Oh,
Oh.
you're welcome. I'm glad you liked the story.
And Sally gets to go ride Dolly today. Well, I don't know if you're going to ride her, but at least you get to see her. So give her a
Oh,
big hug. Michelle and I were looking at a picture of Dolly
oh
yesterday that you
yeah. Oh,
shared.
she's
She is
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah. Deirdre, your mom was a huge Elvis fan. Yeah. I think I came so close to being able to see him that he was going to be somewhere close to where I lived,
Oh,
and
really?
I never got the chance. I really wish I could have seen him.
He was
Oh,
something.
Sally's older sister was present at his final concert.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
How was that?
Andrea, good morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet Andrea. We
Yes.
love you. I see you smiling.
Yeah, what a smile. Lights up a county, that smile.
It does. Hope. We had that with my great aunt Myrtle. If you stepped over a child, you were made to step backwards back over them. The belief was it would stop the child's growth. How silly.
Oh, wow.
There's so many, we call them old wives' tales,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
And the way we did things was based on that. And it became a real belief, especially in the country where I grew up.
mm-hmm.
We had so many of those
Superstitions. I
superstitions.
think every ethnic group has it. You know, I'm
Mhm.
Italian, and we had crazy, you know, some maybe not so crazy, but some, you know, superstitions about things. The potatoes on the head
The
to reduce
potatoes on
fever.
the head, yes.
Another story.
And Blue
Yeah.
says, on New Year's, my dad, who had dark hair, would always go out one door and walk in the front door. The reason is a Scottish legacy. If the
Mm-hmm.
first man who walks through the front door has dark hair, you will have luck all year.
Oh, I'm
You gotta-
hiring myself.
You
Let's hire
you gotta
yourself a
find
dark-haired man.
a dark-haired man to come through your front door.
My goodness. Oh my good. Anybody else have crazy
Yeah.
superstitions?
Let's share some stories,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
wild. But maybe not so crazy.
I know. And Sally, we're trusting that you're going to be perfectly healthy again too. And we believe that and we know it in our heart. And don't give in to that fear.
Yeah.
When you can know and visualize yourself. You know, this is one thing that we did in our class, to watch the movie of it happening. Watch whatever it is that you want to call to you, like perfect health,
Mm-hmm.
being able to walk, see yourself up on a big screen walking normally and having everything working perfectly, as our Marietta loves to tell us. Everything is working perfectly.
I
Even if
love
we're not
that.
seeing the evidence of it in this very moment, know that it is. And there she is.
Oh,
Look at that. Our sweetheart lady is here. Smile, because spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. Put
wow.
that smile on your face.
Look at all this. I love it. Scottish dad, Irish mom talk about strange things to think about. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those traditions. I'm telling you guys, and again, we might go
Mm,
into our adult self still with that belief that, if this doesn't happen, then we're doomed, or
mm-hmm.
we're cursed, or if something does happen, then oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So where does it come from? That's what I'm saying. Question, ask.
Sally says my family was full of old wives' tale. Really?
Yeah, yeah, we had them. If your nose itches, you're going to get company, right?
Oh
And a
my
lot of
God! Drop
times
a
you
fork.
did.
Well, yeah, but drop a fork. It's a man. Drop a spoon. It's a woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh, thank you, Julie Kiss.
Yeah. Thank
We
you.
love being together.
Yeah,
So
we too have fun
we have
together.
so much fun. And we have an opportunity for people to be together with us once a month. We're going to
Oh,
do a
oh, right,
mastermind.
right,
We don't
right,
have all the
right.
details of it yet, but once we do, come sit with us once a month and let's share some wisdom together and grow together in abundance.
Grow together. It's
Yeah.
great to have. I mean, I love mastermind groups. You love mastermind groups because they keep you focused on the good and moving forward and making progress. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just about sitting there and, sharing, which is wonderful, but it's about also how do we support one another in our dreams and goals. That's
Yes.
what I love about a
Yeah,
mastermind group.
absolutely.
You're you're a funny mix.
Aw, thank you,
Funny.
Lily.
Wait a minute. Funny ha
Funny,
ha.
ha
Or funny. Oh, funny
ha.
weird.
Yeah, I love that. Brookie says there's the whole black cat thing. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
yes. And I've had a black cat My Tazzy was all black, and I had her for 19 years, and
Wow.
she was my heart. She was a little healer cat, so I never had any weird feelings about having her in my life. But I
Mm,
know a lot of people are afraid of those black cats. A lot
yeah.
of people are afraid to walk under a ladder, right?
Right.
You don't walk under the ladder, you go around the ladder. I'm like, why? What was that all about?
I think the black cat thing came from the history of like witches, that witches had cats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kathleen Caputo, Cancerian with 4 planets. Oh, wow. Talk about being oh, you cornered the market on that, sweetie. The cry
The crybaby.
baby. That's because you
Well,
have a big emotional heart.
it is. I'm Virgo. I have no idea what my planets are. I know Michelle knows, but but yeah, I get very emotional. I can cry at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
Somebody tells me a good story or somebody tells me a sad story. I can cry at both. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's just some of us are very emotional beings, and that's okay. I
And
used to
that's
not like that
okay.
about myself.
Really?
I used to tell myself, "Don't cry, Terry, don't cry, don't cry," and hold it back.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm very emotional, and I'm very happy about that now. That I know
yes.
that it's part of being a loving person, an empath.
Yes. 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 It's interesting.
Oh,
Oh.
Christine, good morning. Try
Oh.
Christine, Charlie's daughter.
Okay. Lillian said funny like.
Funny like laughing,
Okay.
haha. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Not weird. All right.
Oh, let's see what Sally's is. If a hound dog howls under your window at night, it's a death in the family. Or if a bird gets into your home, it must go out the same way, or it's an omen of death.
Oh,
I did see it play out on both accounts.
seriously,
Wow.
Sally?
Wow. Yeah, and isn't there something about a bird flying into a window?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
a
another
cardinal,
thing.
a cardinal. But I have
Yeah.
heard mixed. I have heard a cardinal is an omen of a, a dead somebody in the family who has passed on is visiting you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I've heard it's a prediction of death as well. So
Yeah.
those poor birds, right?
I know, right?
They get a bad rap. But
Leo,
that's interesting. The
it's
hound dog.
so
Wow.
interesting. Leo's only superstition is to find meaning in anything I see. I take everything as a sign. I
Wow.
love
Okay.
that. I love that. Yes, we're always getting confirmations and signs from our guides.
Oh, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Do you know now I have my daughter? Whenever I see a feather, even in the house, I always pick it up. And
Mm-hmm.
my daughter said to me, yeah, but some of those feathers are probably from your pillows or something. I said, I don't care. It's a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me, yeah, it could have been, it's an angel saying, here's a little feather just to remind you. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter if it came from a pillow and it floated outside. It came to me. So now
right.
my daughter, whenever she sees a feather, a tiniest one, she puts them aside for me.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And it might have come from a pillow, but your attention was drawn to
Drawn
it.
to it. That's the
That's
thing.
exactly.
It has meaning
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. And just like, the angels sometimes use names or letters or words, and those are there, but all of a sudden our attention is drawn to that for a
Right.
purpose.
Right.
And I know, oh my gosh, we've been so happy talking to you guys. We're noticing now that
Oh my
it,
goodness.
yeah, what time
Sorry.
it is. No, there is no sorry. It's
Okay.
evil.
Where's my.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be rich when I leave
You
here.
are. Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
I stand corrected.
Oh, we're the dynamic duo, Andrea Craig. You're so cute.
Oh, haha, yes,
If
I
you
agree.
if
The
you point
pillow
at a
feather
rainbow,
count,
if you
yeah.
point at a rainbow, you get a wart. Never sweep under a girl's feet because she will never get married. Try a Mexican German mix. That's funny. I have an Irish German Cherokee mix, so that's even
Oh,
funnier.
wow. Oh, wow.
Oh,
I
what?
literally had one fly. Oh,
Fly out of a refrigerator when I was 10 years old and scared me so bad I was afraid for a long time to open the
of course. Oh,
refrigerator.
I need that right now. Hide a bird in my refrigerator. I won't open it.
Oh, I know,
Oh,
Gene. A group of crows is called a murder of crows. I never
yes,
understood that.
yes, yes, yes. I
Yeah.
have heard that. Thank you.
All right. Michelle gets fined too. Yes, she does, Gene.
Yes, I
Yep.
do. Of course.
Those those words, I'm sorry, just don't fly
Mm.
with me. Sorry.
Okay, where's your quarter?
I know. It's in my purse.
All right.
All right, so let's see if we have anything to lift up in prayer. If any of you are going through something or um, facing some struggle, hopefully a little bit of humor from us today has helped
Yes,
lift your
yes. Just to
spirits.
lift
I
things.
always try to bring humor into everything I do. It just makes a big difference. So I know Lily's going
Oh,
through a lot right now, and you and your sweet family, Lily Ann. I'm so glad you were drawn to be here with us today.
yes.
And Deirdre, we're just praying for the very best outcome for you and lifting you up in prayer. And thank you for giving us our daily
Oh,
prayer
it's great
for
comments.
for all humans, for Gaia
Mm,
and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children, and I think all family members
mm,
who have someone that you know that's going through that addiction or caught up in a lifestyle that is just very detrimental to them.
mm. So many good comments. Look,
I
Kathleen Caputo.
know.
My favorite aunt's birthday was 8/18, almost every day, sometimes twice a day. Yeah, when you look at the clock. Yeah, I know she's letting me know.
Yeah,
Wonderful. That angel must have had a
beautiful.
big job, but it was a sign anyway. Oh, this is great.
It is. And thank you, Sally, for always helping us to remember those who feel lost and lonely and forgotten, unloved, for our homeless population, and for all who are living in fear of another. You know, anytime we have something like a hurricane that comes through or a big winter storm or whatever it might be, I think of those homeless and just pray for their safety, that they were able to get to somewhere
Oh
where they
gosh,
were out
yeah.
of the elements. And let's lift up all those areas where that storm did come through yesterday and still doing havoc in other states now, and pray for safety for all that are in that path. So let's just take a minute to go into our hearts. Michelle, would
Mm.
you lead us in just a very short meditative prayer so we can just lift up anyone who needs a word of inspiration today? Would you do that for
I
us?
sure will.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So, everyone, just take a really deep breath in and out, and in again. And if you can, release it with a ah. I love to do that to kind of
Mm.
signal the body to go inward. And ah, and today we are so very, very, very thankful for all the blessings in our life, friends, family, health. And even if we don't have the best health, for healing that we know is coming, for this wonderful planet that is in need of healing, and we are healing her, and for all of the blessings in your life. And when we have gratitude, it just expands and makes more of those good things attracted to us. And for everyone on this morning call, and for Teri, and for everyone on this planet, for healing and wholeness and light, and to come together and understand that we are all one. So thank you all so much for being here today. God bless you, and have a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend and a beautiful life. Thank you.
Wonderful. And we all say thank you.
I
I
love
love
you.
you.
That felt good to do it together
I
in
know,
unison.
and Deirdre started us out with that.
And
Thank you,
woo
Deirdre.
hoo.
So let's hear from Leo.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we love our Leo, and
Leo,
we.
you're here. You should play live. Get your guitar out or
I
whatever and play
know
live.
we made this a real tradition here on the
Yes.
morning show to have our Leo singing to us while we share some love and gratitude with each other. And thank you so much, Michelle, for that wonderful moment
Thank
of just
you.
going into our heart. You
Mhm.
know, I tell people if you want to meditate or pray, it doesn't have to be an hour long thing. It's the quality of it. It's what we get from it.
Yes,
So even
yes,
if we just
yes.
take a moment, it's so beautiful to take that moment and to go into the energy of love. So there's Leo.
There he is.
Good morning.
To get up and dance. Good morning,
Go for it,
beloved.
Michelle. Oh, look at all these beautiful words from our family. Thank
Oh,
you.
yes.
I love you.
Love is such a powerful word. So powerful.
Kuan Yin says that love is what heals. So I trust that. That the more love we pour into anything that's going on, the faster it's going to heal. Talk to your cells inside your body and
Yes,
say, I love you.
I do that every morning. I mean it. I do it. I go, I love you. And I go through all the cells in my body, all the organs in my body. I
Mhm.
love you. Thank you. This morning I was saying, you've kept me alive so long. What a
Right?
job. That's,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, I won't tell you how long, but it's been a while. But yeah.
Time is relative.
Yep.
We've only been here for a minute.
It's
And
true.
that's what the angels tell me. You're only here for a minute. What are you going to do with that minute?
Oh, right.
Think about that. Because every day we have an opportunity to make a difference in the world.
What does Mary Oliver say? What are you going to do with, I think it's Mary Oliver, what are you going to do with your one and precious life?
Oh, oh, Catherine, I'm so glad you're here. We pray for your mom every day, darling. Thank you, Mama Hada Bear. We hope you have an amazing, blessed day also.
Yes.
Auntie Jean. And you're beautiful too, Auntie Jean. We're going to give that right back
Back
to
to you.
you.
And you, I want you to write today. I'm going to pound her with that.
Yeah.
Write something.
Oh, Joanne's here. We missed you last night, Joanne. I'll be
Oh,
sending the video out today for everyone that missed the class and those who were there to just go over it again because it was a wonderful time together.
it really was.
Oh, sweet cookie. Inspiring show for noticing and checking in with our beliefs, our fears as they arise. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, Cookie, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for being here. Hi, Max. Okay. It's coming up to the end of the song. Oh, wow. A 14-page packet of homework to do with Paris last night.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry you weren't there too. For everyone that missed it, that was in the class, it was such a beautiful ending to our time together. All right, Gibby's helping Leo. Here we go.
Woo, woo. That's me.
Woo!
Woo.
And Max is waving at us. Hi, Max. We love you.
Hi, Max.
What a great time together. It is Friday, and I like to call it Friday.
Yay, you do.
So, all day today, just see what do you have to say yay about? What can you find that'll put a smile on your face and just go into that energy of
Mm-hmm.
loving this day? You know, who says that any day of the week has to be terrible or boring or anything else? You can make
Mm-hmm.
every day a day that's a wonderful blessing. So I encourage you and challenge you to do that today. Find a yay about this day and maybe
Yes.
share it. Share it with
Yeah.
somebody. Tell somebody some good news today.
Mm-hmm.
We love you so much. Thank you for being here to share these moments with us this morning.
Thank you.
What a blessing you all are in this world. Thank you for coming
Mm.
together, and stay in your heart, stay blessed, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. So,
Namaste,
namaste, y'all.
y'all.